Hi there, Heroes. Welcome back to YouTube! Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys are good. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 99 of the scariest facts about you. Now, as this video goes on, the facts get more and more scary, and also less and less people are likely to know about them. Also, the fact at the very end, only 0.1% of people know about. So make sure you like and subscribe, guys, if you learn something new during this video. I feel like I'm going to find out so many new things about myself in this video. Although scary things, so it might not be a good thing. Oh, God. Okay, first thing, 93% of people knew this. You could die at any second. That's good, isn't it? That's a nice one to start with. About 25% of people who experience a brain aneurysm rupture die within 24 hours. Okay, that's the least scary one, is it? Fantastic. 87% of people knew this. You are highly flammable. Really? I would not have guessed that. I would have guessed because of our blood. Like, it's made of, there's a lot of water in us. So I wouldn't have thought we are. Body fat is highly combustible and can even sustain a fire on its own. Oh, God, I didn't want to know that. Jesus. We're 2 facts in and I'm already scarred. 82% of people knew this. You're inhaling dead skin cells right now. Okay, that one I did kind of know, but I didn't need a reminder. Thanks, video. Many people don't realize that dust is made up of dead skin cells. 76% of people knew this. You are covered in many tiny holes. Ooh. In fact, the adult has an average of 5 million pores on their body. 5 million of them. You got 5 million holes in you. I've got 5,000,001. Haha, my penis. Sorry, I've just brought the IQ of this video down a lot by saying that. 75% of people knew this. You may be buried alive by mistake. There are cases of people being accidentally buried alive due to catalepsy. What? Oh, God, unless you're cremated, where they burn you and you turn into ash instead, then you're just burnt alive. Great. I'm not sure what's better, to be honest. Well, these facts definitely are scary, but apparently they're going to get scarier, so great. 74% of people do this. You forget most of your life. Really, you just forget it. Most daily experiences and conversations fade from memory quickly. Well, it would be quite hard to remember literally everything that you've ever experienced, wouldn't it? Like, I feel like you have your core memories, the things you... like the big things in your life that it's quite hard to forget. I don't know, like a girlfriend or having a child. Hopefully you don't forget your kids. But then you've got all the other stuff you do, like saying hello to a random person you've never met before, and then you never see them again. You're probably not going to remember that. 72% of people knew this. The flu can be fatal for healthy people. It can directly lead to death when the virus triggers inflammation in the lungs. Okay, so even if you are a healthy person, still want to try and avoid getting the flu, I guess. Damn. 71% of people knew this. You might have cancer right now. Oh, God. This is a cheery video, isn't it? Some patients may have no symptoms of cancer until the advanced stages. Oh, good. 70% of people knew this. Loneliness is killing you slowly. Researchers have found that loneliness is as dangerous as smoking. Yeah, I've heard about that. That's crazy, isn't it? Like, the fact that being on your own can be as bad as smoking daily. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? Just the fact you're on your own. I'm on my own right now in this room. Is that bad? No, I've got you guys. Hello. 69% of people knew this. Regret can haunt you forever. Living with regret can impact your life, affecting your physical and emotional health. Yeah, it's true. It is quite damaging, isn't it, to your brain box. That's why I try not to have any regrets. Like, I do feel like, to be fair though, everything happens for a reason. I feel like you're set on a path, you go down it, shit happens. If bad things happen, it's maybe happened for you to learn. I don't know. I'm just a ginger YouTuber. 68% of people knew this. You could be trapped in a coma. The longest coma in medical history lasted... Sorry, it's not funny, really. The longest coma in medical history lasted 42 years. Maybe your whole life is a dream. Oh, my God. The longest coma lasted 42 years. That's basically Captain America level, isn't it? Like going to sleep for so many years, waking up in a new time. What the hell? 67% of people knew this. Shock can kill you. Shock can cause organs to shut down, and in extreme cases, it can lead to death. Whoa, that's crazy. I mean, I've seen it happen to animals. My fish got scared once when I came up to the fish tank. I came up to it, looked in, and it quickly turned away because it was scared, and then it just floated up to the surface. I was like, I just killed my fish by looking at it. What the hell? I didn't realize that could happen to humans, though. 66% of people knew this. You get shorter throughout the day. Yes, I did know this one. We shrink as the day goes on because gravity compresses our bodies. Hell yeah. So I don't know why I said hell yeah, like it's a good thing. It's not good. But you're taller in the mornings. So if you're going to measure your height, guys and girls, do it in the morning. You'll be taller. 64% of people knew this. Your liver can regrow. A liver can regrow to a normal size even after up to 90% of it has been removed. Whoa. So you could literally take 90% of your liver away and it will regrow over time back to how it was before. That is mental. Don't forget, guys, as this video goes on, less and less people knew about these facts, and the facts get scarier and scarier, if they're not scary enough already for you. 63% of people knew about this. Your eyes see things upside down. What? Our brain decodes this image so that we perceive it the right way up. What? So everything I'm looking at, I'm seeing upside down? I'm really confused by this. So our eyes see it upside down, but then our brain flips it somehow. How have they worked that one out? I don't know. Smarter people than me. 62% of people knew this. You can faint from getting up too fast. Yeah, now I know this because the amount of times I get up and stand up too quickly and I feel dizzy. Probably not healthy. It happens when the blood vessels do not constrict as you stand up. 61% of people knew this. You continue moving after death. Scientists found that bodies kept moving for 17 months after being pronounced dead. Oh, lovely. 17 months. You're not like a skeleton by that point. That's mental. 60% of people knew this. Brain can see faces in random objects. The brain seems to do this using a kind of template matching procedure. Yeah, it does happen, like in clouds. Like sometimes you see a face in a cloud or just literally anything, a rock. I wouldn't say that's a very scary fact though. This one though, 59% of people knew this. Humans can smell fear. Really? They can literally smell it, can they? The body releases certain chemicals when experiencing fear and others can detect it. Yeah, when you shit yourself. If I was that scared and I pissed or shit myself, I'm sure somebody else can smell it. 58% of people knew this. You may never be aware when you die. What do you mean you may never be aware when you die? During a fatal accident, the brain may shut down immediately. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I wouldn't be aware when I'm dead. I wouldn't care. I'd be dead. 57% of people knew this. Your eyes will bleed if irritated enough. Well, yeah, any part of your body would bleed enough if it was irritated enough. Like, yeah. A condition can cause blood vessels in the whites of the eyes to burst from strain. You ever seen someone with red eyes? Like the whites of their eyes have gone red because they've like burst blood vessel. It's kind of scary. Make sure you stick around to the end, guys, to see the fact at the end that only 0.1% of people know about. 56% of people knew this. Your body has crisis mode features. In extreme cold, your body cuts blood flow to limbs to protect the organs. Wow. So when you're that cold and it's freezing cold outside, it stops blood flow to like your fingers and your hands and your feet just so that it can make it to your heart and your brain and stuff instead because it has to prioritize them. It's very clever really, isn't it? But unfortunately, your fingers might fall off. 55% of people knew this. You are exposed to radiation every day. Most of this background exposure comes from radon in the air. Oh, great. So we're just slowly being radiated to death, are we? 54% of people knew this. Your brain predicts what you see. The brain fills in visual information gaps with what it expects to see. Yeah, I've heard about this. Like if you were, for example, to see someone come around the corner at exactly 3 o'clock every day and they do it every day, and then one day they don't, you might still see them. Like if you were to sit there and wait, you might see them for a bit and then they're not there because your brain is like expecting them to do it. It's crazy how the brain works, isn't it? 53% of people knew this. You can be aware after decapitation. Really? So your head would be detached from your body and you are still aware what's going on. Imagine your head's been cut off and you could see your body, like your headless body there. Oh God, that'd be horrible. Despite low oxygen, enough reaches the brain to allow consciousness. Damn. 52% of people knew this. Manipulated into horrible acts. Experiments show people can be manipulated into cruelty under right conditions. Well, so even if you're a good person, be manipulated into cruelty. Ugh, that is a scary fact. That is a scary fact. 51% of people knew this. You can hear sounds in absolute silence. Silence may not be a sound, but scientists say we can truly hear it. I know what it means. Like I've been in really, really quiet rooms before, and it's like you can hear silence. It's like it is like it's a noise on its own, but it's just nothing's obviously you don't hear anything, but you hear something. It's weird. Does that make sense? Probably not. 50% of people, so just half of people, knew this. Your brain never fully shuts off. Even when you're asleep, parts of your brain are always awake and active. Yeah, I suppose it's true because you're dreaming, aren't you? Like your brain is doing something when you're dreaming. I feel like I kind of knew that. 49% of people knew this. Your brain can turn on pain. Phantom limb syndrome causes pain or sensations in an amputated limb. What do you mean it causes pain in an amputated limb? Well, so you can feel pain in a limb you don't have. I don't get it! 48% of people knew this. Death by old age isn't real. Instead, people die from illnesses that become more likely as we get older. Oh. I suppose that makes sense. Like, I've heard of so many people that have died of old age, but I suppose it's true. They don't die of old age. They die because their heart stopped, or they die because, I don't know, they fell down the stairs. But then you probably wouldn't say someone died of old age if they fell down the stairs. Oh, God. Sorry, it's not that funny. Nah, it's very funny, actually. 47% of people knew this. Your digestive tract is bigger than you. How can it be bigger than me if it's in me? An adult's digestive tract is about 30 feet or 9 meters long. Wow. Well, what if I was to tell you I am 31 feet tall? Would you believe me? Probably not. 46% of people knew this. You shed almost your entire skin yearly. God, it's like we're snakes. In 1 year, you'll shed more than 8 pounds or 3.6 kilograms of dead skin. It probably all comes from my hands and feet as well. They're grim. 45% of people knew this. Your heart hiccups every once in a while. What? Stress, exercise, medication, or rarely a medical condition can trigger them. So your heart just skips a beat. Just that is scary. Is that where heart attacks come from? 44% of people knew this. Your skin responds to emotion. Chronic stress is often associated with various skin conditions. Yeah, I can believe that. When I'm nervous sometimes, I'll sweat a lot. Just sweat comes out of everywhere, every orifice. 43% of people knew this. Babies have more bones than adults. Babies are born with around 300 bones. That's 94 more than adults have. Whoa. So what happens to them? What, do they fuse together as we get older? Pretty sure that's what happens, isn't it? Do they just fall out? They just come out. 42% of people knew this. You can wake up during surgery. It's rare, occurring in 1 or 2 out of every 1,000 cases. God, that's still a lot more than you'd want, isn't it? Waking up during surgery would be horrible. 41% of people knew this. You can easily bite off your tongue. The brain's strong protective response against self-harm is stopping you. Oh, God, that is a horrible thought, isn't it? The thought you can actually easily do it. I've also heard that biting off your own fingers would be as easy to do as biting a carrot. But again, your brain stops you doing it. That would be horrible. 40% of people knew this. People can be born with extra limbs. It's a condition that affects only about 1 in every 1 million live births. Yeah, I knew a guy who had 6 toes. 6 toes on 1 foot. 39% of people knew this. Your hand can move on its own. Alien hand syndrome is when a single limb, usually a hand, moves involuntarily. Yeah, I've heard about this. I think we spoke about this in one of my last videos. A hand just does it on its own. I mean, it's not like Parkinson's disease where you can't stop shaking. I need to see someone with this because it's like hand Tourette's. 38% of people knew this. You can develop an allergy at any time. You may even become allergic to something that you had no allergy to before. I don't have any allergies right now, and I hope I don't develop any. That would be really shit. 37% of people knew this. Stress weakens your immune system. Your immune system can also be weakened by smoking, alcohol, and poor nutrition. It's interesting that stress can impact your immune system, isn't it? Like, depending on how stressed you are, mentally, that can make you more prone to getting diseases. Oh. 36% of people knew this. You can dehydrate with no thirst. Many people don't feel thirsty until they're already dehydrated. Yeah, it's true. If you're feeling thirsty, you're already dehydrated. 35% of people knew this. Your teeth are alive. They aren't just hardened enamel. They contain living tissue and nerves. My teeth are alive. Hi, teeth. Be great if your teeth could talk to you, wouldn't it? What am I like? 34% of people knew this. In some situations, blood turns to gel. Blood can clot and thicken so severely that it becomes gel-like. Yeah, I think that's really not good when that happens. Dr. Jake here for you. 33% of people knew this. You could be allergic to yourself. This process of autoallergy may be an important factor in many cases of anemia. Be allergic to yourself? How the hell does that work? I've heard people shout at me that they're allergic to gingers and telling me to stay away. But that's something different. Allergic to yourself, it wouldn't be very nice to live, really, would it? 32% of people knew this. Your bones can shrink. It is normal to shrink by about 1 inch as you age. My bone can't shrink 1 more inch. It's already 1 inch. I'll have nothing left. 31% of people knew this. You may be repressing traumatic memories. Interesting. You might have witnessed something so bad, your brain forced itself to forget it. Whoa, that's crazy. It's mental that something that traumatic can happen to you, and you can forget it. Like, it's your brain, I guess, trying to protect you, isn't it? 30% of people knew this. There are tiny bugs all over your face. No, there's not! They live in the hair follicles in your skin, especially around the eyelids. Ooh, okay, next fact. 29% of people knew this. Your bones are wet all the time. Okay. Though hard and dry outside, they're always wet inside. That's what she said. 28% of people knew this. You have an aging clock in every cell. Telomeres get shorter each time a cell copies itself. Telomeres. So every time a cell, because cells like split, right? I mean, I'm not a biologist. Cells split. So it's saying telomeres. I don't know. Let's just move on. 27% of people knew this. You have zombie cells. As you age, cells that no longer function properly accumulate in your tissues. Why are they called zombie cells then? Is it just that they, I don't know, they're dead but they move still? I don't know. 26% of people knew this. You can vomit while you sleep. The body's gag reflex can still be triggered even when you're unconscious. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, it's happened to my friend before. He was drunk. He basically passed out drunk, went to bed, and yeah, he vomited while he was asleep. He woke up with sick on his pillow. But luckily, he was rolled over and he wasn't sleeping on his back. Always sleep on your side, guys. You never know when you're going to be sick. 25% of people know about this. Hair can grow inside your body. In rare instances, hair can even grow in organs like the lungs. Ugh, that would be so grim. Is that meant to happen? Or is that like a thing that's not good? I don't know. I find the body really interesting. 24% of people knew this. You might die the next time you sleep. Oh, good. About 450 people die annually by falling out of bed. 450 people die annually. I'm never sleeping in a bunk bed again. 23% of people knew this. Sense of hearing is the last to go. Hearing is the last sense that remains for dying patients. Interesting. So when people die, they lose vision and smell and everything else before. Hearing is the last thing they keep. 22% of people knew this. Your mind can control your physical health. The nocebo effect can make you feel worse just by expecting it. Yeah, I would say that's true. There was a point when I was actually genuinely ill in school. And I had a week or two off. I had a really bad diarrhea, stomach bugs, that sort of thing. And because I didn't want to go back, I was basically telling myself that I was too ill to go back, even though I was probably fine. And that, in turn, made me worse and genuinely made me feel ill. Isn't it mental? Isn't it mental? 21% of people knew this. Your best years could be behind you. Oh, good. Oh, this video. Our minds often idolize the past, making us feel the best is behind us. Now, I'm the opposite. I feel like I'm looking forward to the future. I'm the opposite of that. I don't think the best is behind me. I'm looking forward to more. I'm going to make another video of fun facts about you, I think. 20% of people knew this. Half your face may age faster. It depends on sleeping habits, exposure to sunlight, and face muscles. Oh, okay. Can you imagine if you woke up one morning and this side just looked like a 99-year-old, and then the other side you look like a fresh daisy? 19% of people knew this. You can lose your identity. Mental illnesses can cause you to lose touch with who you really are. I know who I am. I'm a ginger YouTuber from England. I'll never forget it. 18% of people knew this. You could be living in a simulation. If true, nothing you experience might be real. Yeah, there's a lot of theories going around, aren't there, saying that we might be living in a simulation. Like when we die, we're just going to wake up. We'll be like, oh my God, can't believe I thought that was real. 17% of people knew this. Hearing loss is hard to notice. The first signs can be hard to notice because they usually come on gradually. I suppose so. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to know overnight. But after, I don't know, 10 years, if you start going, say what? All the time, then you probably know. 16% of people knew this. Your eyes move constantly. Tiny eye movements happen even when you think you're staring at a fixed point. Really? So even if I just thought I was looking at you guys, my eyes are moving all the time. Wow, eyes are cool. 15% of people knew this. You're slowly losing muscle mass. As you age, muscle mass naturally decreases, starting at around age 30. Okay, so I'm not. I feel like as well though, if you're 30, if you're doing exercises that make you gain muscle, then you're not going to be losing muscle mass. Even at any age, I feel like if you're doing weight training, you won't be losing muscle mass. From 30 to 90, yeah, sure. But you know what I mean? If you keep hitting the gym, you're going to be massive. 14% of people knew this. Your body is always repairing itself. our bodies are constantly renewing themselves through cell regeneration. Well, that's a cool fact. I wouldn't say that's a scary fact. That's a cool one. 13.5% of people knew this. You can go blind without realizing it. I'm pretty sure I would realize. Well, hey, who turned the lights out? This is why regular eye exams are critical. I think I would know. What do you mean without realizing it? I think I would know if my eyes are getting worse. 13% of people knew this. Human body can produce toxic gases. Some digestive bacteria release toxic gases when breaking down food. Yeah, toxic gases, also known as my farts. 12.5% of people knew this. You will eventually become a memory. Eventually, no one will be left who remembers you at all. That's nice, isn't it? It's a nice thought. 12% of people knew this. You can develop a fear of your body. How can you be scared of your body? If you have this condition, you're easily worried about any changes in your body. Okay, so you're worried about changes happening to your body, not necessarily scared of your own body. I don't know, it's a weird one. 11.5% of people knew this. You can become addicted to stress. People can become dependent on the high energy rush of anxiety. No, thank you. That's definitely not me. I don't want to be stressed. Thank you very much. Let's move on. 11% of people knew this. Your brain can trick your senses. It can create false perceptions, such as feeling like you're being watched. Hopefully no one's watching me. Well, I mean, hopefully you guys are watching me. If this video gets 0 views, then it's not going to be great. That's the thing, though. For me, I literally am. I reckon there's not now, in this stage in my social media career, I reckon there's never a point in time where I'm not being watched. I reckon now, at any point in time, there is somebody watching one of my videos. And that is actually quite scary to think. I don't know when the last break was when nobody was looking at me. And that's probably the same for a lot of influencers, because it's just so easy to view content now. 10.7% of people knew this. You can grow hairy tumors. Rarely, some tumors develop hair follicles, and some even start growing teeth. Teeth? Imagine you grew a hairy tumor that had teeth on it. The hell, man, that is grim. 10.5% of people knew this. Your blood vessels could circle the Earth. The blood vessels could wrap around the planet approximately 2.5 times. The blood vessels in your body could go around the Earth 2.5 times. That is mental, isn't it? 10% of people knew this. You can break a rib sneezing. It's possible to dislocate ribs by sneezing or coughing intensely. I feel like I do big sneezes as well. I need to be careful. 9.5% of people knew this. Your organs don't always stay in place. Your organs are connected by membranes but aren't rigidly fixed. Okay, so they're just there. So if you were to like move suddenly, they might go out of place, I guess. Okay, I'll bear that in mind the next time I'm flying a fighter jet. Next time I'm launching myself into space. 9% of people knew this. Your stomach acid can dissolve metal. Stomach acid has a pH between 1 and 2, which makes it quite acidic. I find that so amazing. And also, how can it dissolve metal, but then it's not like dissolving the stomach and then just also killing me? Like, crazy, isn't it? 8.5% of people knew this. Your brain can create false memories. Memories can be distorted, fabricated, or erased without our awareness. Oh, so you might remember something differently to how it actually happened. That's quite scary, actually. That could be bad. I don't know how, but it could be bad. 8% of people knew this. Some can hear their own eyeballs move. Oh, the sound results from a tiny hole in the inner ear canal that amplifies the internal noises. That would be horrible. Imagine if you could hear your eyes move. But every time you do this. Ugh. What does it sound like? I kind of want to know. That's weird. 7.5% of people knew this. Your heart could explode from stress. The heart can pump so powerfully that it tears the walls of the ventricles. Whoa, so if you're that stressed, your heart can literally explode inside your chest. 7% of people knew this. Your bones contain ancient metal. Bones contain small amounts of metals which originate from ancient supernovas. Well, I mean, that's basically where we're from. Not just our bones, but us. 6.5% of people knew this. You can drown on dry land. This rare phenomenon occurs when something triggers the vocal cords to spasm. The vocal cords? How would you drown then? Oh, you just can't breathe? I don't know. 6% of people knew this. You may carry ancestral memories. The science of epigenetics suggests that we can pass on trauma. So I might have memories of my ancestors. The science of epigenetics suggests we can pass on trauma. How does that work? I'd love to know more about that because that sounds really interesting. 5.5% of people knew this. Your brain can see without your eyes. In complete darkness, some people report visual phenomena. I suppose it's like your brain imagining what things would look like, isn't it? Like if you couldn't see anything, It's like all it is your mental image. 5% of people knew this. A fever can melt your muscles. Without treatment, this reaction can be deadly. Melt your muscles? What, literally just they melt, do they? Off your bones? I've never heard of that. How does that work? This video definitely is scary. 4.5% of people knew this. You might never truly know yourself. To know yourself, you have to be aware of yourself. What do you mean, know myself? I'm aware of myself? How can anyone not be aware of themselves? Doesn't make any sense. 4% of people knew this. Teeth can grow in your nose. Teeth can grow in a person's nose because of trauma or infections. Right, would you rather, guys, have teeth grow in your nose or have a hairy tumor with teeth? What would you rather have? 3.8% of people knew this. Your stomach can digest itself. A break in the stomach lining can cause itself to digest. I said about earlier, why does that not happen? So it's a stomach lining that protects it. Oh man. 3.2% of people knew this. You may forget how to breathe. Damage to the brainstem respiratory centers might do that. Where you just forget how to breathe. What? How are you going to do that, man? Forget how to breathe. I feel like, yeah, you might forget how to breathe, but then won't you get to a point where your body forces you to breathe, so you'll be okay in the end? I don't know. 3% of people knew this. You're slightly magnetic. The human body naturally contains small amounts of metals like iron. Whoa, I didn't know that. But why don't magnets stick to you? Maybe it's not that strong. That'd be cool, wouldn't it, if we were that magnetic that magnets actually stuck to us. 2.9% of people knew this. Your body can eat itself in starvation. When a body becomes starved, cells start eating bits and pieces of themselves. Yeah, that's what happens, isn't it? I think that's how losing fat works. When you go on a diet, that's what your body starts doing. That's how you burn fat. 2.4% of people knew this. Your brain can work against you. Your mind can create terrifying scenarios like sleep paralysis. I hope I never get sleep paralysis. That sounds so horrible. 2.3% of people knew this. You're rarely alone in your body. Only 43% of cells that your body is made from are human. What does that mean? 43% of a human? What else would there be if they're not human? Only 2% of people knew this, guys. Your skeleton renews every 10 years. Most of the adult skeleton is replaced about every 10 years. I thought it was 7 years, to be honest. That's pretty cool. The fact that your whole skeleton just changes every 10 years. So from 10 years from now, you'll have a completely different skeleton. 1.7% of people knew this. Trees can grow inside your body. Doctors discovered a small tree growing in a man's lung tissue. What the hell? Don't eat the seeds. Don't eat the seeds, guys. 1.5% of people knew this. You can develop false insomnia. What's false insomnia? This rare condition makes people feel like they aren't sleeping when they are. That sounds horrible. You'd feel like you're not sleeping, so it feels like you're awake even though you're sleeping. That sounds horrible. 1.2% of people knew this. Stress is shrinking your brain. Extreme stress and trauma can physically shrink areas of the brain. Whoa, I didn't know that. Obviously, stress and trauma isn't nice, but I didn't know it could actually make your brain smaller. Mine's already tiny. 1% of people knew this. Your hair remembers what you've eaten. Okay. Each strand of hair contains a chemical history of what you've consumed. How does that work then? So that's why DNA samples of hair is such a big thing, because it's like a lot of your DNA is in your hair, I guess. Okay, guys, we're making it to the craziest facts now. Only 0.8% of people knew this. The brain can forget to keep you alive. Trauma can trigger a freeze response where the brain stops reactions to danger. How does that happen then? Why would the brain just randomly freeze? I don't know. 0.5% of people knew this. You may be living in an alternate reality. In rare cases, people with brain disorders can believe in a reality that doesn't exist. What the hell? How does that even... What does that mean? An alternate reality. So they're living in their own world that they think is real. I mean, we've all met somebody like that, let's be honest. 0.3% of people knew this. You have a brain in your stomach. The enteric nervous system, or second brain, regulates our gut. I've heard about the microbiome in the gut and how you're meant to like feed it and it's meant to be healthy, and that can really impact your health. I didn't know your stomach has a brain. Isn't the body weird? Okay, finally, guys, we've made it to the one we've been talking about. Only 0.1% of people knew this. Parts of you could be older than the Earth itself. Isn't that crazy? Some atoms in your body, particularly hydrogen, have existed since the Big Bang. So like we are made up of the universe, essentially. Everyone's made up of the universe. So some parts of you are older or as old as the universe. That's mind blown. What the hell? You're telling me I'm billions of years old? I'm like a Time Lord. I'm basically Doctor Who. Oh, that was a really cool video. Some of those facts were really disturbing, but really cool. I learned a lot, and I hope you did too, guys. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!